Welcome in Chris Thomas along Tennessee Vols beat writer Dustin Dopirak. Dustin, that time of year, Tennessee hasn't been in this position in a while. They finished 6-6. They're going to head to a bowl game. Liberty Bowl seems to be kind of coming up. What do you think about that matchup? Is that probably the most likely spot for Tennessee this postseason?
I would think so. Obviously, this year the SEC has taken more control about who goes where. Basically, it's going to be their final decision. It's not the Bowl's final decision or the team's final decision. So the league kind of has to approve it. But the Liberty Bowl certainly seems interested. They've sent a lot of representatives to Tennessee games this year. And Tennessee hasn't been to the Liberty Bowl since 1986. It's an in-state game. So it's got a chance of being a pretty good draw. It's certainly Tennessee, I'm sure, would like to be out there with the opportunity to, maybe do some recruiting in Memphis, at least get some exposure out that way. Could be an interesting game. I think it's probably going to be West Virginia would be the fifth slot. The Big 12, is the other tie-in. So that would kind of be a pretty likely game. You're starting to see that one pick up a lot more in the projections that you're starting to see out there.
Another bowl that's kind of picking up steam, maybe the Belk Bowl. How much are you hearing about that, and what are the chances maybe Tennessee lands there?
Seems like it's another. It is one you're seeing a lot of projections of. It's another one of the pool of 6 bowls again that the SEC has kind of control over who goes where, but it's obviously relatively close in proximity. Tennessee would be a pretty good draw. Tennessee hasn't played in the state of North Carolina in a very long time, so that would be an interesting one. Also gives them the opportunity to set up maybe a Notre Dame-Tennessee matchup. Teams haven't played since 2005. Certainly those would be a couple big-time programs that they could set up. It's an ACC game like the SEC. It's not sort of a defined pecking order. It's sort of between teams. I think 4 and 7 in the ACC for that spot. But the Belk Bowl would have as good a chance as anybody putting together a Tennessee Notre Dame matchup, so that can make that pretty attractive.
Dustin, you mentioned proximity. One bowl that is close to most Tennessee fans, the Music City Bowl in Nashville.
Yeah, no, that's another pool of 6 bowl. Again, it's also the SEC's call, but the SEC is going to take into account geography. Once these games would be able to draw well, and you'd have to think that if there's any place that Tennessee would really draw well, it would be in Nashville, 3.5 hours away. Certainly, you would think Butch Jones would be excited about that. He will take any opportunity he can to recruit the mid-state. One couple things that work against them: the SEC doesn't want to have a lot of repeat matchups, doesn't have a lot of repeat bowls, and that's the last place Tennessee was in 2010. The last time they played in a bowl game was in the Music City Bowl, so that might work against them. They did play in that one, though. I think there's a good chance that they would probably play Louisville. That's another, it's another ACC Tier 1 game, and Louisville seems like they fit pretty well for that relatively close game, and that'd be an interesting matchup.
Those 3 bowls aside, if Tennessee doesn't go to one of them, what are some other options that might be likely?
Kind of the next step would probably be the Birmingham Bowl. The Texas Bowl is also in that group of 6, but wouldn't think that they would pass up on the opportunity to take a team from sort of further out in the Southwest, a Louisiana State or a Texas A&M. So the Birmingham Bowl gets the next spot after you get past that pool of 6, and then Independence Bowl has the last possibility. So if no one in that pool of 6 likes Tennessee, or the SEC just doesn't want to send them there, they can go to the Birmingham Bowl. Obviously, they've got a 6-6 record, so there is a possibility they could be sent down to one of those. It's not what they'll be hoping for, but it is a possibility. Of course, they're just happy they'll be going anywhere.
And Tennessee will find out its bowl destination on Sunday. You can follow Dustin Dopirak on Twitter @TennesseeBeat for all your Tennessee football-related news. I'm Chris Thomas. Thanks for watching.